Okay, I've got to get some feed in there, get those going, get that heated up, and let these suckers out. Same thing, that one's good. Otherwise, it might die because I might not know where it's at. I'm not sure. Yep, he got it. He, she. This is a straight run, so I don't know what I got. Male, female wise, it should be about 50-50. I also loosen the lid to get this as full as possible, right to the brim. And then where the hay is, I sort of just push it up against the lip here because they're tiny. I want to make sure they got enough room to reach it. Okay, he got some. Yeah, you're screaming. Looking good. Doesn't take much to dunk them in there. Be gentle. Well, we got one in the water already. Loving the water. So the water is about 120 degrees right now. And that's going to help keep their little tiny bodies warm. While they drink water, which they are probably really thirsty from their road trip, a couple days. Plus I've got a bunch of heat lamps going to help out. There we go. Keep her coming, huh? Like I said, it's got electrolytes in it, so it should help them bounce back from the road trip. And they imagine will drink quite a bit. It's cold, so I pulled out of one side first and then the other. These guys are huddled together, keeping warm. I don't want them in the water. They will get in the water. Like I said, I put it at 120, so it's nice and warm. Although they will have to get that water off of them because they're little fuzz balls. They can't keep the water off yet. They don't have all the oils and stuff. So that's why there's heat lamps all around it. Over here, we've got medicated crumble mix for them to eat on whenever they're hungry. As long as most of them are drinking out of this, they will learn and drink from it based off what the other ones are doing. So, sure, I'm going to put them in here and get them to drink a little bit, but if for some reason they don't remember, they just have to look over at their brother or sister and start copying. Just kind of what they do. Looks like all of them are drinking. Some of them are bathing. The water is warm. Hopefully it doesn't cause a problem or they end up getting sick. And there's one more in here hiding. Look at this one. He's just backed up against the wall like, don't touch me. He just pecked me too. Defensive. There you go, you're free. This is a ceramic heat lamp. I don't know how I feel about them, but I always have to have them much closer to the ground, it seems, for them to have a good heat source. And yeah, that's basically it for now. I put a nice layer of hay down to help out. Now it's off to the cows. What you doing there?
Dropping diamonds.
It's hard to see, but it's kind of a blue gelatinous mix of, what was it? Probiotics
And yeah, probiotics, nutrients.
Cool. Some good stuff. This came from the Stromberg place that we bought the chickens. Chickens. Once again, I put some bedding down. They're walking in the water and then stepping out onto the grassy hay stuff and just making a mess. Okay guys, y'all need to chill with the water bath. Wow, get out. They're just loving it. Okay, I think they're cold is my guess. So I'm gonna try to get them a little bit warmer somehow. All right, as you can see, I left and came back. Everything's way lower than it was, and now they're not quite actually sitting directly under it. Still hopping in the water. These guys are huddled under this one because it's probably a little too high, and they're spread out over here because this one's nice and warm. Nobody's using the ceramic one. Could be because of where it's at. Don't really know. Chickies are definitely drinking some water. No issues there. Yeah. There he is. It is about 8 in the morning now. I think 8:20 maybe. And oh, rooster fight. Well, not quite. Those are both hens, I think. And it was about 32 degrees this morning. Had a little bit of freeze on some stuff. But basically what I wanted to show everyone is, you see how the chickens aren't directly under the light now? See, they're definitely not under the light on this one. They come up above it here. Move the light real quick. Oh, you kind of saw the circle where they were not at. They weren't quite under the light. What that tells me is I should be able to get away with raising the lights a little bit. So I might go ahead and do that, seeing as it was basically freezing this morning and these guys weren't directly under the light. So if I bring it up a little bit higher, they tend to have a little bit more, you know, they can kind of get, the light spreads out better, I think, in my opinion. Otherwise, it's kind of concentrated in one area. So I was definitely concerned when they first got here, especially because they're drinking a lot of water. Now they're doing really good. They've been here a little bit. They don't have much fur on them, or whatever you call it, hair. Down feathers, I don't know. Look at that guy stretching out. Can you see it? His legs stretched out. Yeah. Oh, he's awake. These guys are all just huddled together, hanging out. Once again, they're not directly under the light. That's kind of the point. Them seeing me gets them a little riled up, but when I first walked in here and they were all settled down, that light was too close to the ground. So I'm gonna bring it up probably 3-4 inches maybe, and I might move the other one up as well. They're technically the same light. If you look this way, even with them, you can see the one with the cage on it's actually lower than the one on the without the cage. So yeah, let me take care of that. For safety reasons, I'm just going to do the one light for now. Seeing as it did go up quite a bit more than I expected, just because of the way my system works. Definitely is probably almost a foot higher than I wanted. I was saying 2 to 4 inches, but my system is up here. It's kind of just had to wrap it around that once, and well, it raised it almost a whole foot. So at this point, it just kind of is what it is. So I'm gonna leave the other one where it was, since they seem to be happy with that. They weren't directly under it, and we'll just see how this one goes. If they end up huddling directly under the light, then you know it's too high, so on and so forth. I just came in here a second ago. They're probably not gonna do it now, but these guys are all huddled underneath this one lamp, really tight. What are we? I don't know. It feels like 2-3 weeks in. 3 weeks maybe. 4 weeks. 3 weeks. I think we're about 2-3 weeks in with these guys. Yeah, they're doing good. I had to put an extra little feeder in here because they're getting big. That I'm probably changing out. Oh, I don't know, every 2-3 days now. It seems like. And yeah, maybe a 2-3 scoops of feed a day. Not too bad yet.